Pep-Boys.
Hey, this is Dave here. Guys, one of the most essential parts of having a great life is having safe transportation for you and especially for your family. So definitely go see our man, Richie, at Pep-Boys in Daytona Beach, Florida.
And this is Max. What I hate the most, Dave, is when you start up your car and it goes do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, and you know it's going to be a long day. Well, if I know Pep-Boys has my back, it's going to be a great day. So no matter what happens, go to Pep-Boys for any issue, give you the best deal, and completely fix all your problems.
And tell them Locked In sent you.
What's up, guys? Max here. Let us introduce you to Wicked Cuts, the best quality haircut around. They have 2 locations, right, Dave?
Yeah, bud. They got one in South Daytona and also the second, the brand new one in Port Orange, Florida.
Now, here's the thing. In order to book an appointment, you can visit wickedcuts.com or download the Booksy app. And every Tuesday and Wednesday, if you mention Locked In, you get $5 off your fresh cut for both locations.
What? $5 off? That's amazing, guys. Check them out, lastly, at Facebook and Instagram at Wicked Cuts Barbershop. Do you want the best meals every day? Then get with Fit Meals. Call them at 844-FIT-4U.
Hey, guys. Max here. What I like about Fit Meals is this. It's fit for everybody. If you don't like certain foods, he takes it out. If you like certain foods, he adds that in. It's for everybody. If you're an athlete trying to gain muscle, if you're trying to lose weight, or you're just busy and you don't have the time to cook, Fit Meals is for you. Go to myfitmeals.com and start your plan today.
844-FIT-4U.
Anderson, Superman, Hutchinson.
Man, Anderson. Hey, this is Dave, Max, Ando, Anderson. Man, all right, the floor is yours. Just got done with Island Fights 48. An awesome, unanimous decision. Just to give you a little spoiler alert, we just talked to Dean Toole. He said he thought you had the MMA performance of the night.
Yes, he did.
You know, and I know we'll talk more about Team Fake Gear and how much they do. And we saw that interview, and you're like, hey, I want the finish. But, Ando, man, you are so impressive. We're so happy. We're so proud of you. Man, yeah, the floor is yours. How did you think the fight go?
Well, I had a hard weight cut. I had a really bad weight cut, so my energy wasn't. I wasn't as spunky as I'd like to be.
Mm-hmm.
I controlled the fight. I won every round, but I also had a fight controlling my energy, so I didn't have like an adrenaline dump or anything like that.
Yeah.
Because of the weight cut, but it is what it is, man. I did good. I won the fight, and then a decision. I wanted that TKO, that stoppage, pretty badly, but I didn't want to exert myself and really, gas myself out by throwing too much heavy punches and then gassing myself out.
Anderson.
But I'm happy.
Couldn't I argue, it's like when you're as legitimate as you are, when people are trying to make it, they normally don't want to fight the best to lose. So it's been a while since you fought opponents going in and out. This is almost like a blessing in disguise, almost, because now you have ring time. You can just go in there and just knock off all that ring rust, if there is any. You had the most impressive MMA performance that night, but I think this is actually a blessing in disguise, a positive way to look at it. Now you have all that time in the ring. Next fight, you're fresh, you're ready, you knock that out of the way, and you should be good to go for that finish.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like you said, blessing in disguise. Maybe I need to go 3 rounds, to really get rid of ring rust or, just get more comfortable and enjoy myself in there. But it was good. It was good. I just can't get out of my head that I really wanted that TKO. I'm sick of decisions. I've had too many decisions in the beginning, and I just really wanted that TKO. But it will come. It will come. I'll get it next time.
Absolutely. We totally agree. You definitely dominated the fight in so many different fashions. It was awesome to watch. How do you feel after the fight? It's been a week, couple days out. I talked to John. He said, man, you looked awesome after the fight. You felt good. I know the weight's probably coming back to you. How do you feel right now? How do you feel, a couple days out?
I feel good. I'm a little sore. Oh, man. I'm actually them get them at work and they're doing fireworks over right.
I told you, Ando, you bring the fireworks to the podcast, buddy.
Let me see if I can go.
Well, we
Pete
got
White's-
Anderson Hutchinson throwing fireworks on Locked In.
Anderson Hutchinson
Yo.
from Pete White Boxing and MMA.
Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we hear you good, actually. We hear you
I'm
good.
going to try to do my best here, guys. I'm sorry.
No problem. No problem. Thank you for giving us your
But,
time.
I feel good. The only really thing sore on me is my shin. From I believe I checked him with a kick, and I kicked his knee or something on his body with the bone, and it's just a little sore. But I feel great, man. Couple days off, and then I'll be ready to go again.
That's awesome. Just about that check. I watched the fight 3 times now. I even watched it here at the house with John. You checked his kick, and he did throw a lot of kicks after that. I think he definitely felt it.
Anderson,
Yes, sir.
I find it almost more impressive. So whenever you talk about the GOAT, the greatest of all time in MMA and UFC, I mentioned George St. Pierre. And forget about accomplishments. Let's just talk about his style real quick. The way to implement your will on somebody else, you see Khabib do this all the time, and just control someone is probably the most impressive thing you can do. I know you really wanted that finish, but that was just a phenomenal performance. I just want to let you know, from an MMA standpoint, there's nothing better than just controlling your opponent, and you did just that. So make sure you keep your head up.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I give credit to my teammates, my training partners. Michael Davis, all those guys. I trained with Pete, and I was very ready, mentally sharp, mentally ready, and stayed composed. And I used my will, my experience. I knew he's going to handle. He's going to stay with me as far as the punch and the ground game. And that's what I did. I took over.
Do you have any sponsors you want to shout out? Where can people find you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to give a shout-out to Winners Bar, Jeff and Nina. I love those guys. They're my family. Neuro Endoceuticals. Let me give a shout-out to give me 1 second here, guys.
No problem.
Got a sponsor called Avoid Opiates. Trying to think of the name here. I picked him up last second for P. White. And I want to give a really big shout out to my family team here. These guys go above and beyond for us. And I really appreciate everything they do and what they stand for.
That's awesome. And we'll get more to your social media platforms in a second. Get like a 2-part question. One is Michael Davis had 2 fights in Island Fights. His last 2 MMA fights were there. You just fought in Island Fights 48. Is that cool to kind of come? Michael Davis is in the Contender Series now, and coming up next month with Dana White. Your calling up is going to be sooner than later. We can't wait. And then the second part is, how was it to fight this weekend? Without Pete White. Pete White is, he's everything to us and to you guys. No one loves Pete White more than all of us here. How was it this weekend fighting without Pete White?
That's one of the first fights that I've been without Pete, and at the end of the day, Pete trains me to always just be ready whether he's there or not.
Yeah.
Correction. There was one professional fight that he got me over at Trinidad, and he couldn't make it. It was obviously out of the country, and I did good. I won the fight TKO, and that was the only fight that he wasn't there. This one year, he had his daughter graduating, so it's obviously understandable. But, I'm sure he was on the phone watching the fight, supporting whatnot. He had confidence in me that I can go out there and do what I got to do. At the end of the day, that's what I have to do, is go out there and do it, no matter who's there. And I got a lot of love for you.
Very cool, man. Very cool. And then, Endo, throw out your Instagram, your Facebook. How do people, reach out to you? Maybe new sponsors. Let's bring you more sponsors. We want to do anything we can to help. Definitely give them all the information you can.
I really battled that stuff. Pete and his wife always set that stuff up for me. But I think I have a Twitter account. I don't even know anymore.
You do. You do. I tagged you in it the other day. I thought you retweeted it.
1 second, man. I'm going to the battle over here. I'm sorry about that.
No
I didn't know
problem.
they were gonna have fireworks tonight.
We
But
tried
anyway.
we brought in the big guns for you for the podcast, and we told them to get fireworks.
But you can look me up on Facebook and Anderson Hutchinson, and then also Instagram. Anderson Hutchinson also.
Sounds
And,
good.
I think that's about it right there.
Wow.
That's all they need. As soon as they see you fight, they'll give you a follow. Anderson, thank you so much for giving your time.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, man.
Awesome, buddy. Have a great night and stay locked in, all right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Take care.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Anderson Hutchinson is as classy as it gets, Dave.
He's the man. They call him Superman for a reason, right?
Yeah, he's Clark Kent off, and then he's Superman when he enters the ring. I know what he does now.
That makes actually
It
perfect
does.
sense.
He does, and I'm like,
The
Ando,
nickname.
you have to wear Superman shorts next time, and he's interested in doing it. I talked to him about it at weigh-ins, but
Okay.
we have a UFC fighter on next.
Yeah, we got Jim Alers. He's about to call in the studio, so let's not waste your time or us. Let's go right to Jim.
Okay, we have UFC fighter Jim Alers joining us, getting locked in the studio. How you doing tonight, Jim?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're doing great, man. We're doing good. We're living the dream.
I'm about to say, it's always a great night in the studio. We truly appreciate you calling in.
Oh, for sure.
All right, I guess I'll start off. So, Jim, it's a basic question, but I know it's something every MMA fan wonders. What is it like to fight in the UFC?
Man, it's definitely it's a good experience, but it could be overwhelming at times.
Sure.
You work so hard to get to somewhere, and when you finally get there, now you're like, you want to make sure you don't mess up and everything. So, it's a lot. It's a lot to handle.
Yeah, and it's intense. You're fighting the best fighters in the world. Not too many people can say that.
Right.
Awesome. Hey, Jim, quick question. I know you fight out of Orlando, right?
No, I lived in Orlando for 10 years.
Okay.
I moved down to South Florida in
South Florida.
2015.
Okay. We think Florida is the best state for MMA. I don't know if you agree or not. Our 2 cents, for one, the weather. It's a 12-month sport. You can go inside, outside, train everywhere. The Black Zillion camp down south. Orlando is just a hotbed of MMA everywhere, even the north, like Pensacola, Panama City area. Do you have the same feeling that we do here at Locked In, that Florida's taken over the MMA scene?
Yeah, I believe we're one of the top, and for sure. We got American Top Team. We've got some multiple champions there. Like you said, we have Black Zillions, we have Combat Club, we got Hard Knocks, we got a lot of big name gyms here that are doing their thing in MMA scene. So, this is where people want to come. Like you said, we have year round. You don't have to worry about snow. You don't have to worry about someone that you can just train all the time.
Jim, I can make a legitimate case that the 145-pound weight division is the most stacked in the UFC. You have fighters like Conor McGregor, who makes the weight, Max Holloway, Aldo Ortega, our guy on the rise, Michael Beast Boy Davis. How does it feel like competing against those guys night in and night out?
I definitely think it's the most exciting. You have the most matchups that you can make. I feel that are just, will get fighters, they'll get fans, excited about. And it's tough. It's tough to go in there, and I think anyone they put in front of you is going to be a hard fight. So there's no easy fights in the 145 division, that's for sure.
Wow, totally agree. Especially your last fight with Jason Knight. I'm not even saying this because you're on the show. I've seen the fight twice now. I know it's a split decision, and it didn't go your way. For one, it was the fight of the night, and it was. But I really, really dearly think you won that fight. I just, you the same way.
I may be just, I guess, very critical of myself, but I've gotten that so many times. But I go back and I watch it, and I'm like, I could have did this better, did this. Definitely, I hit him with the harder shots.
Yeah, I'm a quality over quantity guy. That's just me, and I thought the same exact thing that you just said. You had the best shots in the fight.
Yeah, and I guess one judge saw it that way, and 2 other judges saw it another way. And I mean, I don't disagree with them. I can see it that way too. He definitely, the trash talking and just coming forward. You know, in some judges' eyes, that's, you know, all it takes.
Jim, so I talked to Dean Toole about this, promoter of Island Fights. I pretty much ask anybody I see, doesn't matter if they're on the street, work, house, doesn't matter who it is. I definitely want your opinion on this as a UFC fighter. 10 judges. Am I crazy to think that's a good idea? 10 judges, 7 people, 6 people, 5 people. You're going to get the majority of the fights called right if you have 10 people. Why limit it to 3 judges? So what if 2 crazy people see it one way and the other doesn't? I just think 10 is the best like database you could use.
You know, I think it's just always been that way, and I guess, you know, they try to keep that tradition. We got it in jiu-jitsu. In the finals, they used 3 judges, and in boxing and MMA. So I think that's just the route. But, you know, maybe one day we could change that. You know, the sport's always changing. It's trying new things. So, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that, for sure.
Exactly. It's just, don't we even judge? Like, I could be wrong on this, but Dave, tell me if I am. Don't they use like the same criteria for judging as they do boxing in some similar ways?
Some, but
right. So a lot of the judges, you know, they're not even, you know, they know nothing about MMA.
Exactly.
These
That's
are
what I was
like
going to say.
old-school boxers, you know, boxing guys.
With
they're
that,
trying to judge MMA fights.
But with that, though, Max, you said 10. It's got to be an odd number because 5 judges could see it one way.
Then that's a true draw. It's a true draw.
I think it should be 9 or 11. So at least it's
a true draw. Yeah, they judge it based on who won that round. No numbers system. Who do you think won?
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, Jim, you know, what's next for you? What's next in the fight game? You got something coming up?
You know, I'm not sure. You know, I've definitely been flirting with the idea of just kind of retiring maybe. But then again, I want to do one more fight. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. We'll see how I feel during training. You know, I had 2 knee surgeries back to back, pretty much. So I don't know. Like I just got to see how my body feels and talk to my wife more about it, and you know, see what the right idea is. What's the best situation, I think, for my future.
For sure. Knees are nothing to play with. Okay, I need to steal some advice from you. Act like Dave's not here. So I have a little cousin named Colin. It's Dave's son. And he's starting to get into MMA. And I'm like, what advice should I give him? I partook in it in Pete White Boxing MMA. He trained me. I'm like, let me think of some really good advice to give Colin start off with. What would you say is like the base of MMA that you would say, like, if you have this, you have the best chance of winning?
Wrestling. 100%.
Completely agree.
I think, you know, most of the champions have had a wrestling base. Wrestlers just have that, like, never quit attitude. They have this inner power, you know, like, I mean, look at what, what's his name, Hendricks was doing. He didn't have a good stand-up. He was just hitting people, and it was just, he had that wrestling strength.
For sure. Look at what Khabib's doing.
Yeah, the same. Look at that. You could be the best striker in the world, but once you're on the ground, it's over. You're in the Shark Tank. Exactly.
Wow. Jim, I got a really, really important, serious question for you. You ready?
Yep, let's hear it.
Is UCF, are they the national champions?
I was talking about that today. That's hilarious. I was just talking about that at my gym today, talking about where we're from.
Oh, man, they called me. You know, we're locked in everywhere, my man.
If you want to, if you truly want to believe it, why not? You know, let them say that they're national champions. Let us say I'm a UCF alumni.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
So I like to call us the national champions. Sure.
Man,
awesome, man. Hey, Jim, throw out all your social media platforms. Anything you want to plug away, the floor is yours.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram. It's at Fight Gym. You know, definitely add me on Facebook, just through my regular name, Jim the Beast Alers. And you know, I'm always putting up some training stuff and stuff that I teach. And you know, who knows? Like I said, who knows what my next fight's going to be? But if it is, I'll put it on there, let everybody know, so that you guys can definitely watch it. And you know, also I've been promoting for Combat Night MMA.
Nice,
Mitchell Chabali.
Yeah, you know, me and Mitchell working together. I'm doing the matchmaking for him down in South Florida.
Nice.
So we got another fight June 23rd. So if anyone's in the area, we'd love for you guys to come check it out.
Oh, definitely, Jim. That's awesome,
Yeah,
man. We'll
always
definitely
looking
plug
for
that
new
away.
fighters.
I have one request from you, Jim. So when you, whatever your decision may be, whether it's like retirement or you do have a fight, we would love to have you back on here and talk about your future opponent, future plans, whatever it may be. You're always welcome to get back in the studio and break the news.
Oh, for sure. That'd be awesome. I'll let you guys know. And we can go from there for sure.
Sounds good. Thank
Awesome,
you
man.
so much.
We appreciate your time so much. Thank you so much for coming on. And like always, man, stay locked in.
All right. Thank you.
Dave?
Yeah, that's me.
I'm about to say, are you there? I'm sitting right next to you. I know you're there.
No, Jim was awesome.
Jim
Man.
Alers, UFC fighter. I'm just happy he's welcome to come back on and he wants to come back on. Phenomenal guest. He was so just awesome.
He was really good, but yeah, I gotta, guys. UCF did not win the national championship.
I know.
I could talk
No,
about that for
they
hours,
did
right,
not.
JT?
Jim,
Oh.
I am your retirement fight back in the UFC for UFC. You know what? Never mind. I don't want to fight him. Yeah, I
Jim
don't
will
wanna fight
take
him.
you.
Yeah, I
You
believe
think
it.
you
He's
can
a
get to like
beast.
185? I'll fight him.
We need our producers, GT. Anyway,
we appreciate
have,
you. Give him a follow. Make sure you follow all his social media platforms, and then we got
We have a
Jeez.
like a star in the making here. Fights for Island Fights. His name is Devin Cushing. He's about to call in right now. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm all right, Max. Dave, how y'all doing, man?
Man, we're doing real good, Devin. We appreciate you jumping on the show again. Two-time guest on the Locked In podcast. We love you, man. We appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me, man.
I know you can't give us too much because it's almost like it's an inside scoop, but how's training going? You just fought. I texted you. I was like, hey, can you give us a call soon to get in the studio? And you're training already.
Yeah, I'm back in the gym, man. I got back in the gym Monday. I got a few things to work out. And plus, I had no injuries or nothing in my last fight. I didn't have no hand injuries. I didn't have no cuts, bruises, or nothing like that. I'm still fresh, man. So I only went 3 rounds. That was like sparring to me. You know what? That wasn't even sparring to me. So, I'm back in the gym Monday, and I actually got some good news today. As soon as I got here earlier, I got here about 6:30. It's going on 10 o'clock right now. So, I got some good news. I might be fighting July 7th in New Orleans. So
Nice. I'm so happy for you.
Yep. 9-0.
Yeah.
I'm
About to
gonna
be
try to
10-0.
fight. I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to. I say, man, my goal is to hit at least 12-0, 11-12-0 by the end of 2018.
Wow. That's active.
Yeah, very active, man. I don't plan on taking no punishment, man.
Absolutely. I was just going to say
You
that.
know, my style is hit, not be hit.
That's the way to fight. It's how you have a long career. It
Definitely
increases
long career. Yeah.
longevity. We just mentioned a Dean Toole, promoter of Island Fights, who was just on. How we are seeing your development and your improvement in every fight. It's an amazing thing to watch. Do you see that in yourself, like in the ring? Do you just feel it?
I do. I definitely do feel it. Honestly, Dave and Max, I feel me growing physically and mentally. Getting stronger mentally as a man. And coming into my man body.
Yeah.
Developing more. My muscles developing more. I'm still growing. I still got growing pains. You know what I'm saying? Like a little kid. So
that's scary.
I still got a lot. I still got a lot of growing to do in the sport, man. I've been doing it since I was 8 years old. I've had 70 amateur fights. This is all I know. I've dedicated my life to this, and I will continue to dedicate my life to this.
So you're saying your reach may be longer on your jab?
Oh yeah, my reach is like 72. Yeah, like 72-inch reach,
and
something
growing.
like that, man. That's like welterweight reach, man.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's welterweight reach, man. So I'm long, man. I'm gonna be long for 135 or even 140 pounds. I think I'll settle into the 140-pound division.
Nice.
Real smooth.
Wow, Dev, that's awesome, man. Can you talk about your relationship with Roy Jones Jr. and Sr.?
No disrespect, Max and Dave. I don't really want to be asked about Junior right now, man.
Okay, I feel you.
Roy Senior, man, is my inspiration. He actually took me in. My father trained me from when I was about 7, 8 years old until I was probably like 10, 11, and he told me, we got to come. We either got to, we got to make a move or we got to come to Roy Senior to be on the level and go to the level that we want to go to. And Roy Senior took me under his wing when I was about 11, 12 years old. I had most of my amateur fights with him. I had about 20 amateur fights with him. I won anything you could think of, man. A few Golden Gloves, Junior Olympics. At 15 years old, 15, 16-year-old tournament, Junior Olympic Nationals. Was ranked number 9 in the United States.
Wow.
With 20 fights, and these kids are having 300, 400 amateur fights. They fight every weekend, and I'm competing with them. Runner up at the Ringside World Championships. I defended that loss, and I felt like I didn't lose at the Ringside World Championships at 125 pounds. I won that tournament, but I redeemed the loss a few years later when we was 18, 19 years old. Went to the Olympic trials, cut my hand open. Didn't make the Olympic team. Still, I actually won. I felt like I won my Olympic trial fight with the jab. Honestly, Max and Dave. Honestly, and they didn't give it to me. And I turned pro. I turned pro August 2016, and it's been history ever since. Really, man. Just keep grinding.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been doing it since I was 8 years old, man. This is all I know.
Yeah.
All I know how to do is box and throw some hands. And
it shows. Yeah.
man, Roy Senior, he's the reason. Him and my father are the reason of my development and my improvement in the ring. You know what I'm saying? They teach me so much, man. They spend so much time with me, man. I train twice a day hard, man. Hard. In the morning and at night, every day.
That's awesome.
Sometimes 7 days a week, man, when we're really crunch time and getting ready close to a fight, But these guys spend so much time with me, man, and I couldn't have a better team, honestly.
That's awesome. We hear nothing but good things about Roy Jones Sr., but Devin, if I say Tyson, you think of the left hook. If I say Mayweather, you think of his defense and movement. If I say Ali, you think of his intelligence and being able to outsmart his opponents. Now,
Most
if
definitely.
I say Devin Cushing, what will people think of?
Like I said, a hit and not be hit fighter, good footwork, good speed, good power, short movement. Man, I honestly, Max and Dave, I can't wait to be tested, man. I've been tested plenty of times in my amateur career, man, and I haven't came up short one time.
Wow.
I'm taking it real slow, man. Like I said at the beginning, I'm 21 years old. I'm still growing and improving. But man, when it's my time, I'm gonna shock a lot of people, man.
Yeah,
shock a lot of people.
You can't teach dedication and focus. You clearly have those things. And what's interesting is I would have said the jab because you're starting to build this reputation of having the best jab around. But the fact that you're
that's the most important. That is the most important tool in the fight game.
Yes.
MMA or boxing. You know what I'm saying? That sets up everything.
Yes.
If you got a good jab, that's the foundation. And everything else will work behind the jab and off the jab.
But you have this mindset of like improving on everything, and that's just incredible because now you're not limited to just having a great jab. You're Devin Cushing, who's a well-rounded boxer with great defense, a good right cross. Like, that's impressive.
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like you got to have all the tools to. I want to be a an all-around fighter. When I got to get on my wheels, I want to get on my wheels. I want to be able to box on my wheels. If I want to stay there and fight, I want to be able to stay there and fight. If I want to bang it out with my opponent, I'll bang it out with my opponent. If he wants to slug, we can slug. And like I said, if I want to put him on his feet, I can put him on his feet too and make him move some. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, man, they ain't got that footwork. They don't have that. They can't box going on the move. They can't fight going on the move. They can't throw good punches, good solid combinations on the move. And one day, man, I'll be able to show y'all, man. I'll be able to show most definitely.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You just fought on Island Fights 48. It was on the UFC Fight Pass. And then actually the opponent that you fought, Dylan, he's more of an MMA fighter, who stepped up. You appreciate the step up into the boxing world. And how about what we just saw last summer with Conor and Floyd? Have you thought about that? Like, have you thought about the game changing a little bit, how it is crossing MMA and boxing a little bit? Have you, or is it just 100% we're boxing into we're 36-0 and we got 2 straps around your waist?
Man, that's interesting because, I live in Pensacola with Max Mustaki.
Mm-hmm.
Max is flying out to Vegas, just like Michael Davis is. He's flying out before Michael Davis to fight on the Dana White Contender Series for a UFC contract. And man, all these guys, man, him and Justin Nunez, a Brow that just fought on the card, that Brazilian that just fought on the card with me.
Yeah.
They're all out at Checkmate Gym in Gulf Breeze, Florida. And man, all the guys are legit, man. They want me to do jiu-jitsu so bad, man, and kind of work on my jiu-jitsu, and then kind of maybe think about crossing over a few years, So, man, we'll see what happens,
For sure.
It's always a door that's open,
Incredibly gifted boxer for Island Fights, Devin Cushing joining us. Devin, this is a tough question, so get ready. People love being able to relate. Dave tells me this all the time. People love being able to relate, whether it's stories, something about you. So you're setting up the rankings. You're building your brand. What is something that people don't know about Devin? That's a tough one, I told you.
It is a tough one. Could you ask me something that you would like to know about me?
Okay.
Max or Dave? One of y'all think about it?
I'll say this. I saw you at the weigh-ins. You were awesome. You came up to me.
How about this? I think it was Max that said something about my Jordans, right?
Yeah,
correct?
this is me. I was about to tell that story. I said you had some fresh J's on. So do you collect those?
Man, I'm a crazy sneakerhead, man.
Oh,
I'm a crazy sneakerhead.
I relate.
Actually, man, if when y'all come back down to Pensacola and if we do a podcast on the video, I had to bring some of my sneakers to the podcast, man, and show y'all.
Devin,
because man, it's crazy, man. I'm a Jordan head. Man.
This is me. Yes, I feel the same way.
Hey, Deb, we'll have like a 30-minute podcast. We'll have like 25 on sneakers and 5 on the boxing fight. You feel me?
Hey, that's fine with me, man. We can do it, man. We can talk. We can do the whole podcast on Jordans.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
Devin, you've been absolutely amazing. It's always a pleasure to have you on. You're always welcome to get locked in with us. But where can people find you? They see you fight. They're a fan. Where can they find you? What's your social media, sponsors, all that good stuff?
You can follow me at Devin Cushing on Twitter and Instagram. On Instagram, Devin_Cushing. Twitter, just Devin Cushing. You could add me on Facebook at Devin Cushing. And that's about it, man. Like I said, I'll be fighting. Maybe I have a fight July 7th in New Orleans. Haven't got too much news about it. I just got told about it today. I think we're back on the card in September at Island Fights 50. That's going to be a huge show, man. Dean's going to put on a real special event for that one. So
absolutely,
I'm excited about that. I'm just looking forward to the year, man.
Absolutely, and especially that big Island Fights. I think Locked In Boys will definitely be in the building. We'll tell you that. And also, how about a quick shout out to Team Fake Gear, man?
Shout out Team Fake Gear, most definitely.
Big time.
Man.
Okay, awesome.
Most definitely.
Very cool. Hey, Devin, like always, man, we appreciate you coming in. Future star, man, future world champion. I've said that multiple times about you. We got your back here at Locked In.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, Max and Dave, man. I appreciate y'all letting me get locked in with y'all.
All right, man. Have a great night.
You too, man.
Dave?
Yes?
Okay, a couple great things just happened. Devin Cushing was absolutely amazing. We spoke to a future world champion.
We did?
A star in the making.
Yes.
During the podcast,
yep,
splendid chocolate chip cookies were made.
I was going to bring that up. That was the
This is the greatest podcast ever. We had Anderson, Superman, Hutchinson with fireworks. We had our main man, Jim Alers, UFC veteran, talking about UFC, CF not winning the national championship. We talked about with Devin Cushing with a possible future fight July 7th. That's fireworks all on its own. And we've got chocolate chip cookies made for us. Guys, best podcast ever.
Chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah,
I didn't know if I should take it as a compliment for doing a great job because Sean, of course, was supportive. But then at the same time, I'm like, are they trying to get me to eat while I do the podcast and it'd be bad quality?
No.
So I was thinking about both those situations. So I said, you know what, Max, as much as you love cookies, let's just focus on the podcast and then eat it afterwards. So great show, guys.
Wow, that was awesome. Make sure you rate and give us a good rating on all social media platforms, guys. iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio. You can find us anywhere. Like, subscribe, download the podcast, and make sure you go to all of our sponsors. Check them out. We love them. We appreciate them. And, guys, we have T-shirts at shop.spreadshirt.com/lockedin with 2 N's. You can get all the hot teas there from us from Locked In.
I'm wearing mine right now, but don't also forget that you can go to patreon.com/lockedin with 2 N's and help support. I mean, Coach John did it.
That's a good point. Now, look, all three of you are wearing Locked In shirts. I promise you I was going to wear it, but here's the thing. We weren't on Facebook Live, so I'm like, okay, we're all going to just be comfy. Dave's in gator pajamas. We're just recording, having great phone calls.
Max is wearing them red loafers again.
That's just something on your feet. We spoke to Devin. It's just something that you have. I can relate to Devin. But I just had a tank top on, you guys. I will have the Locked In shirt on next time. So appreciate the shirt link, Dave. I'll check it out.
Okay, Shawnee.
I have no pants on.
That's true. God dang it, true story.
But seriously, we want to hear your feedback as well as on the comments. We want to hear what you have to say. If you could want to call us, or you can leave us a voicemail, you can text us. Let us know what you're thinking, or if you have any topics for us. The phone number is 386-516-0495. Don't forget to send JT a pic.
What's that number again?
386-516-0495.
Awesome. Yeah, especially you, Mitchell Chabala. You were like on this episode the whole night. People were talking, praising you. Give us a call. Give us a text. We'll talk about the upcoming combat nights coming up in Orlando, July 7th.
I do apologize. Ate about 2 cookies while you guys were speaking.
Yep.
So if it's in the background, that was your guys' fault.
It's fine.
Awesome, guys. Hey,
it's totally worth it.
It was. We appreciate everyone that listens, guys. And like always,
Stay locked in.
Yeah. You now locked in with the best. We ain't rocking with the rest. And when it's game time, we gon' put you to the test. Come the ball, we hitting it, kicking it, or we dribbling, passing it, or we running, or it's the ring that we flip you in. So what's the news? You want the scoop? You gotta keep it locked. To David Max podcast through your speaker box. What's poppin', my friend? You know the drop in. And the only thing left to do is keep it locked in.